Hey guys, this is Nick coming to you with another Infinity Kingdom video, and this one we're gonna take another look at the Affinity System. Reason is simple: there's a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of confusion when it comes to the system, and the way we're gonna be able to give you more information and make sure you understand a little bit more about the system is by comparing it to the Insignia. This is going to be part one, where I'm gonna go deeper in what is different between the Affinity System and the Insignia system. Part 2, I'm going to give you info on how to efficiently use your Asteria or the Affinity System item to make sure you focus not only on the right immortal, but the right way. Then the last part is going to be a quick overview of the Zuma Shop update, because this do change the narrative around the Affinity System that we mentioned in the previous video. Let's get started right away. A lot of players, again, are currently not understanding this Affinity System properly. Still, a lot of players think that the Affinity is going to give them bonus, going to give them stats. The reality is, and that's been confirmed with the devs, there is zero power to be gained from Affinity System. The Affinity System is something that allows you to unlock Insignia, where this is going to bring you power. The Insignia is the one thing that grants you power. Different, guys. Affinity, it's all about increasing the affinity with your immortals. It's all about unlocking new story. We're gonna get to 15 soon. Once we know exactly what the story is, I'll give you more information. But I think it's probably lore. It should not have to do anything with power. The power is all about the Insignia that you do unlock at level 15 and 30. Now, this is important because when you look at the Insignia, as I mentioned in the last video, this part here at the bottom is what makes it extremely important to understand if you want to focus on the right immortals. When you collect the specific number of Insignia, it increases a bonus on the above attribute, all right? So this is the attribute. As you get more stars, these attributes are going to go up in percentage. So example here, if you have 10, it's going to be 1% of 10, then it's going to be a plus 2% on these stats. But what is extremely important is this part. This bonus applies to all immortal you own. Now, because this applies to every unlocked immortal, it's the reason I'm telling everybody you do not have to focus on Alex, even if Alex is your only damage dealer on your whole account. This is important, guys, because when you look at the bonuses, you're going to see that the Chaos one gives more stats than any other class. After that, it's going to be the Epic, so the Gold Immortal, that are going to give the same stats than any element when they're gold. Then Purple gives a little bit less. Purple here, a little bit less. To here, 6 compared to a 8. And then you have the lower even, that gives even less. This is green. It makes it very simple to understand that you should focus on first Chaos Immortal, then Gold Immortal, Purple, then you go to blue, and you finish with green. So focus on Chaos if you have them unlocked. But to focus on Chaos, they must be unlocked. This is a warning. This is one of the takeaway for sure. If you don't have any Chaos Immortal, don't go and try to hunt for them, pay for them. It's not a big deal. Just do a Gold Immortal. At the end of the day, the difference is going to be a flat +2 stats, because this is +10 and this is +8. It's not the end of the world. You're going to focus on Gold Immortal if you don't have any Chaos. But now this is takeaway number 2 when it comes to being very efficient with your Affinity System. You must focus on the right immortal for your account. Let me explain. If you are running a Alex March, so a physical damage March, example Poseidon, Alex, Ares, Hannibal, You want to focus on attack immortal, frontline attack immortal for their affinity, because all the attack immortal in the insignia are going to give you a physical attack depending on the class, chaos plus 10. If you look at example, the gold, the epic one, Hippo is a attack immortal frontline. She's giving you physical attack plus 8. William, attack plus 8. This is going to go towards all your immortal. It's going to go towards your Alex, and your Alex is going to get attack, which is what you want. If you focus on example physical defense or magical defense, you're going to run in a situation where you're going to get more physical defense if you do a tank. But if you fight a magical team, your insignia are not doing anything for you. Whereas the attack is definitely going to do something for you. So this is it, guys. If you're an attack on the physical side, do the attack immortal first. If you're a magical damage dealer, you want to do the mage first. Here, who is a mage? She's going to give you magical attack compared to physical attack. When it comes to the tank, physical defense is good. Archer, magical defense, and also support is going to give you magical defense. These are the 4 stats that you can get. You want to focus on them last. Always focus on the attack first, because the attack is always going to affect your own team. And once it affects your own team, no matter what the enemy team brings to the battle, you're going to get the stats from your insignia. Now, this is number 1. Again, number 2 was make sure focus on the chaos first if you can. And number 3 is going to be to use your item that you get from the Otherworldly shop from the Assyria event properly. Let's get to it right away. I've already done or started my Wukong. As you can see, it is currently level 6. When you look at the item, what is extremely important is 3 things. Number 1, you have universal items that you can give to anybody for the same number of points. So example, Wukong, this is universal and the letter are universal. The gold one from the Otherworldly shop is also universal. I already used it so I can show you. But this is 400, this is 200. If I go to any other immortal, 400, 200. I can even go to a green immortal, 400, 200. It does not change. The universal item will not change. What do change is if you give them a elemental focused item. Example here, this one is made for Wind Immortal. If I give it to a Wind Immortal, I'm going to get 200 plus the bonus of 300. It does not matter, any Wind Immortal, 200 plus 300. But if I give it to any other class, I only get the 200 points. If I give it to a chaos, I only get the 200 points. So this is one of the biggest takeaway as well. Do the universal to any kind of immortal, but do not give class specific item to anybody else than their own class, because you're going to lose out on points. Because when you look at the store, and this is also another very important takeaway, it's all the same value. This one is 40 coins. It's going to give you 400 points. This one is 80 coins. It's going to give you 800 points. 20 coins, 200 coins. Now here it's 50 and gives you 500. If you do the math, it's all the same value. I'm telling you, it is. Now, when it comes to being efficient, what you will want to do, if you have a Chaos Immortal, you're going to want to buy only the universal item from the shop. This shop here reset every single day. And because you're going to stack up some coins, but the next Asteria is going to be a few weeks away. I don't know yet if it's going to be a monthly event or bi-monthly event. We're going to have to wait and see. But if it's a monthly event, you might as well just buy out the universal item every day. This is going to go down. Once you get to the new Asteria, you're going to get more coins and you keep buying these every day. It's going to be a little bit slower to get to your first level 15. But if you're doing a chaos, this is the way to go. If you're not doing a chaos, then you can get, example, if you're doing a fire, this one because it's going to go for fire. This is how I'm going to do it. This is how I suggest you do it. Because I have 2 attack Immortal Chaos unlocked from the random shards when I send my boat out, I'm going to do these 2 first. I am going to give everything to Wukong first until I reach level 15. The reason is because, as I mentioned previously, Affinity gives no power. Until I get to 15, my Affinity level means nothing, right? Even if I'm 14 on all the Immortal in the game, I'm actually not getting any Insignia, I'm not getting any power. And this is not what you want. I'm going to focus on Wukong, I'm going to focus on Poseidon, and then I'm going to focus on any gold attack Immortal. What I suggest is if you want to get a little bit ahead and you have a lot of coins on the orderly, you could buy all the universal, give all the universal to your Chaos Immortal, and then buy one of the specific class and focus on one gold Immortal in a class. Example, if you want to do Alex, again, it does not matter. You're going to want to give all of the bonus one to Alex. Again, same value, it does not matter. This one is for the Earth, so I can do this way, right? And now, if I want to be accelerated because I have a lot of coins, I just need to buy the ones that are for Alex. And because there's the same value, I can focus on 1 chaos, even 2 chaos, and my Alex at the same time. My goal is to unlock the level 15. And then once I'm at level 15, I stop. The reason is if you go to 30, it's going to cost you more to reach 30 than it will cost you to reach multiple time 15 on different Immortal. This is how you want to do it, guys. Very simple. It's going to take you a few weeks to get to 15 on a few Immortal. And once they are 15, you're going to start to see some bonus coming here. Now, last part of the video, very quickly, I want to show you the new updated Zuma Shop items. These one. Now, this is important because previously in my previous video, I mentioned that this system, the Affinity System, when it comes to the Immortal tab, is completely free to play. With the update to Zuma Shop, unfortunately, it's no longer free to play only. All of these items are class specific at the very least, so cannot be given to Chaos Immortal when it comes to getting the bonus. But this is going to allow pay to win if they want to play Zuma, and in the Zuma get Affinity System item and give them to their Immortal, meaning they are going to get more stats more quickly than anybody else that does not play Zuma. I personally don't like it. I really hope they're going to remove it from the Zuma. I already asked them to do it. We'll see if they're going to do it. But at the very least, one thing that you need to understand is Zuma is not the best event for efficiency when it comes to spending. Only the biggest will do it. And let's be honest, a lot of players right now cannot compete with Mega Whale anyway. So them getting a bunch of stats, not going to matter much for you. It's going to matter if you have Mega Whales fighting Mega Whales. Now, this is it for the video. I'm going to give you, again, 3 very important takeaway. I already mentioned it, but I want to do it again because they're very important. It's a very new system. But first, Affinity equals 0 power. The power comes from the Insignia that you unlocked at level 15 and 30 from the Affinity. Takeaway number 2, make sure you focus on the right Immortal when it comes to the stat that you want. Do not focus on the Immortal that you have or you're using in your march. It's pointless, guys. It's pointless. The buff is going to go to every Immortal. Takeaway number 3, when it comes to the shop, make sure you use your coins properly. The one that are universal, you can give to anybody, but the one that are class specific, only give it to this class. What I suggest for a quick and efficient way to increase your affinity, give the universal one to the Chaos Immortal if you have one unlocked, for the one that you want, so the buff that you want, And then you can also do the specific one for only one immortal at a time that has this class. So example, I'm doing Alex and Wukong at the same time. All these are universal, go to your Wukong. Only the specific to Earth go to my Alex. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it gives you more clarity. If you have any question, any concern, still question, let me know on the Discord or the YouTube comments. Thank you guys, and have a good day. If you want a topic request, let me know.